Namaste, welcome to this 30-minute session, and today's session is all about releasing and intention setting. So as a new year begins, a new month, a new moon, any time that you feel like you need to kind of take stock, refresh, and get yourself restarted again, this is the best kind of thing to do. So what you're going to have is 2 bits of paper. We're going to use one at the beginning and one at the end. So if you want, grab your bit of paper and have it close by to your mat, and then just come onto your mat in a cross-legged seated position. Me and my technical glitches this morning. Give me 1 second as I unplug one and put another plug back on again. And she said, let there be light. Wonderful. So if you have your bit of paper nice and close by, just sit yourself into Sukhasana, the cross-legged easy seat. So with your legs crossed, roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Let's just relax and release any tension that might be left over, whether it's from your day or whether it's from the sleep that you've just woken up from. So relax the shoulders away from your ears. Close your eyes and soften the muscles of your face. And bring your hands together in front of your heart center to Namaste. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And as you slowly breathe out, gently bow your head. Bring your chin down towards your chest. And as you look down, look inside. Notice how you are feeling right now in this moment at the start of our practice. So physically, how are you feeling? Energetically, how are you feeling? Mentally, how are you feeling? So remembering these feelings, gently lift your head up, open your eyes, breathe in, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. And as you breathe out, take your arms from the sides and then take them to the floor in front of you and just gently crawl yourself forwards. As you crawl yourself forwards, if you're particularly stiff and you've got blocks handy and that makes it more comfortable for you, if you want to rest your forearms on them, go for it. So as you bring yourself forwards, just close your eyes again, let your head hang. We're going to be here for a minute or so just to really ease into the legs, ease into the hips, ease into the knees, but also to give you the chance to answer a question. So we want to release. What happened last year for you that you need to release and let go of? So whether it was an incident, it was a feeling that you had, something that you tried to achieve but didn't quite work. What is it that you need to release from last year that may get in the way of moving forward next year, or this year, sorry. So what comes to mind? What things maybe didn't quite go according to plan for you last year that you would like to release, to let go of, to detach yourself from, to no longer worry about? Whatever it is that's happened, it's in the past. You don't need it anymore. So with that in mind, just gently walk your hands up, and as your bit of paper is nearby, just scribble it down. So you can just write some keywords, whatever it might be. Whether it's one thing in particular or a couple of things, write them down. It's just for you. It doesn't have to be neat. Nobody's going to look at it. And you can always come back to it if you don't have time. But whatever you've written, just take your bit of paper, fold it up a couple of times. Place the folded bit of paper between your hands. Bring your hands together. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. And when you breathe out, say, I release you. Feeling the breath leaving, feeling any worries and stresses that whatever is on your bit of paper gave you, hopefully releasing. As you open your eyes, just throw that bit of paper away. And later you can throw it into the bin, or if you need to add to it, you can add to it first. So from here, just take a little twist. Take your right hand round behind you, bring left hand onto your right leg, as you give yourself a little pull and a twist, squeezing over your back shoulder. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. So maybe move your head, maybe reach your hand back a little bit, round, anything that feels good to just change the twist. So you can maybe get a little pop out of your spine. Just get a nice stretch. So really twisting the spine, giving it a release and a detox. A good twist. Nice. And then feeling that release on that side, twist and come in the opposite direction. So again, pull yourself as deeply as you need to. Move the position of your hand to get a slightly different twist as you move. Look up and down, gently turn your head, whatever it is that feels good for you. Notice if it feels tighter on this side. Wonderful. And then as you turn and release back through to the center, take your right hand out to the side, lift your left arm straight up and come into a side lean. And again, wiggle around. So gently turn up and down, maybe get some little circles for your left wrist, look up and down, look to the side. Any kind of wiggles and movements that lets you feel that you can get into all the little corners of your body and try and release any deep tension that might be there. Wiggling around, fidgeting around, and then when you're ready, do the same on the other side. As you take your left hand across, reach the right arm over and wiggle around and play around. Move your body, move your shoulders, your fingers, your wrist, your head, your eyes, anything that feels nice to try and really release tension from the side body. Wonderful. Noticing if it feels tighter as always on this side, or does it feel easier? And then coming into the center, take a hold of your knees, lift your knees up, lift your feet up, give your ankles a couple of little circles, and then change the crossover, so the other leg's in front. Sit yourself up nice and tall, and then just gently take yourself into a forward bend again. So as you release yourself forwards, feel how the stretch changes on your hips, on your knees, on your ankles. And take a couple of nice conscious releasing breaths. So remembering that bit of paper, inhale, exhale, say, I release you. Let go of those worries, those disappointments, those fears, anything that didn't go according to plan last year that might get in the way of you feeling happy and peaceful for this new year. Lovely. And then gently walking your hands up. You can take your arms out the side. We're going to get a little bit more dynamic now. So as you take your arms out the side, bend your elbows like a cactus. You're going to inhale and twist to the right. And as you exhale, you're going to pull yourself and twist to the left. So you're breathing in and breathing out. So you want to try and really release and free up your spine. You don't need to go so fast that you're hyperventilating yourself, but breathe a little bit quicker than you normally would. So it's an inhalation, and then the exhalation will get forced out as you twist to the left. Breathing in and out through your nose. Give it a couple more times. Really try and release. So you're feeling the muscles deep in your abdomen, all the organs and the spine. Nice. And then slowing your swinging down. Give your arms a little shake. Take your right arm down towards the floor. Inhale, reach the left arm over. Exhale, bring yourself up. Both arms reach out. And then inhale, reach over to the left. Nice. Exhale, center. Inhale over. So again, a little bit quicker than you normally would breathe. You want to just try and get the blood, the air circulating, the energy flowing through your body. So you're inhaling to reach, exhaling to come up. And again, of course, this is really using your core muscles in the sides of your abdomen. Nice. Take it one more time, each side, to the right, to the left. Woo. Wonderful. And as you come up, right, release your arms down, take a hold of your knees. And again, lift the knees up, nice long spine. As you lean back, this time give your toes a little wiggle. And then straighten your legs out in front of you. And again, fold yourself forwards. Just for a couple of breaths, fold yourself forwards just to release the knees, the ankles, the back of your legs. Like we did at the beginning with those twists and those side bends, wiggle around. So rather than holding yourself static, notice, so you need a little bit of a twist, a side lean, a pull, maybe a lift up and then a release back down again. You're trying to release deep tension from your legs, from your spine, from your body. Your head, maybe a little shake if that feels good for you. Super. Letting go of anything that's deep and hidden in there. Gently lift yourself up. If you've got two blocks, they may be useful for the next little transition, but likewise, you don't need them. Take your hands along your sides. If you've got weak wrists, you might want to curl your fingers over your blocks if you're using them. Bend your knees, push into your feet and lift your hips up. So you want to have your heels and your knees on the same line as you push your hips up towards the sky. So this is your first pose. The second pose, chin comes to the chest, pull the belly button in, lift your toes up as you flex your ankles and try and send your hips back behind your hands. As you bend the knees, push into your feet, inhale, lift back up again. So if it's a real challenge and you don't have blocks, you don't need to lift up the bum. As you inhale, come forward. As you exhale, send it back. Again, getting a little bit more dynamic. We'll take it 3 more times. Really squeeze the stomach muscles as you send your hips back and then stretch them as you lift them up. Exhaling And inhaling. Lovely, last one, take it back. Whew, release your bum down. Give your arms and legs a little shake. And then flip yourself over so your legs come round behind you. Lift your hips up, make little fists and just give some circles in one direction. And then circles in the opposite direction. So we're going to get dynamic again into the arms so we can release tension more from the spine. Take your hands out in front of you. Walk your hands forwards and then send your hips back. So think child's pose, but your hips are off your heels. Your hands are shoulder width apart. You lift up with a curl through your spine, a bit similar to cat pose. And then you send your hips down. So your shoulders and your hands are on the same line. As the hips come down, pull the shoulder blades towards each other and the heart moves through. Next, you're going to exhale again, round through the spine. Send your hips back. Big long stretch for the spine. Inhale, rounding to the spine, lift up, sink the hips down, pull the heart through. Try not to force the neck. Exhale, come back. Inhale, rounding through the spine, sink the hips down, shoulder blades come together. Nice. Exhale back. Take it 2 more times. So you're really feeling your spine come through into a forward bend and a backwards bend, feeling the movement in the front and the back of your spine, releasing any tension. Last one, pause and hold it there. As you pull your heart through, can you push into your feet and lift your knees up? Take a couple of breaths. Ooh, yeah. Bring the knees down. This time, as you take your hips back, bring your knees wider than your hips and settle into a full child's pose. And give your wrists whatever stretch that they want. So whether your hands come to namaste, you just give them a bit of a shake. Whether you take little circles, whether you want to take your arms back and wiggle your wrists, your fingers, anything that feels good for you. Now popping your hands underneath your shoulders, push down and lift yourself up. We're going to come from downward dog into a low lunge position. If you're tight in the legs, the hamstrings, and you've got blocks, have them up at the top of your mat. Hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, tuck your toes, lift yourself up and back into downward dog. And again, move. Wiggle around, bend and straighten each leg, wiggle through your hips, move your shoulders, relax your neck. We're trying to release tension from deep in the body. So that real intention of releasing, of letting go. Wonderful. Now, evening yourself out, push both heels down, lift your right leg up nice and high, and bring your right foot and place it through between your hands. As it comes through between your hands, just gently sink your hips forwards and down. So you're getting a nice stretch on the front of that left hip and your right heel and knee are on the same line. You're going to reach your arms and sweep them up towards the sky. So you're still getting that feeling in your legs, stretching across the front of the left and then strong in the right one. We're going to inhale with the arms up and you're going to exhale 4 times, flicking your arms as you do so. So you're breathing in, reaching up, exhaling and releasing. Do that 4 times. So when you're ready, deep breath in. Exhale 4 times as you really release and let go. So you can inhale and exhale through the nose or through the mouth, anything that feels good for you, maybe through the lips. Anything that helps you to feel that intention of releasing and letting go. Whew. After you've done it 4 times, relax your hands down. Once your hands come down towards the floor, maybe take your right foot a little bit further forwards because you're now going to straighten your right leg. You're flexing through the ankles so that the toes point up towards the sky, pushing the hips back, gently pulling your heart forwards, come down. So as you come forwards into this stretch, try and make sure that your right hip has not swung out to the side. Draw it straight back and try to feel that your left hip is in front of your left knee. Can you walk your hands further forwards? Can you reach further forwards? Send your sitting bones back. Reach your hands forwards as you bring yourself down. Breathe. There's an intense stretch in the back of that right leg. Make it feel good. Look after yourself. Feel that intention of releasing, of letting go of that tension. Whew. Now walking your hands gently back so they're under your shoulders. Bend your right knee so the sole of the foot comes to the floor. Hands down. Take yourself back into downward facing dog. Maybe give the right leg a little shake. From your downward dog, we're going to come to low lunge with the left foot. So lifting the left leg up, look between the hands. Place the left foot through between your hands. Same again, front heel and knee, same line. As you sink down, now feel the stretch on the front of your right hip as you sweep your arms up towards the sky. So this time, use your breath more. A strong breath through the mouth, through the lips, anything that feels good for you. 4 times, deep breath in. Release, let it go. Really relax your arms. Let all the tension down from all the way down to your fingertips. As you swing the arms up on your inhalation, feel the shoulders releasing. Woo, let it feel good. Yes. After the 4th one, take your hands all the way down. And again, we'll come back into that little kickback. So as you slide your left foot further forward, then flex the ankle, straightening the left leg, send your sitting bones back. So once more, make sure that now the left hip, it's not swung out to the side, it's drawing straight back. And try and make sure that your right hip is in front of your right knee, so you can really still feel the stretch on the front of that leg. As you pull your chest forwards, bring it down, nice long straight spine. And again, to intensify this release, walk your hands further forwards. Reach your hands as far forwards as you can as you send your sitting bones straight back. Feel that release. Embrace the tension. Remember, be careful, be kind to yourself. Give it a couple more breaths here. This is Ardha Hamunasana, your half monkey pose. Make it feel good. Wonderful. And then slowly sliding your hands back against the underneath your shoulders, bending into your left knee. Pop your hands down on the floor, take yourself back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring your knees gently down towards the floor at the same time. So as your knees come down towards the floor, you've got your hands and shoulders on the same line. See how far you can spread your shoulder blades wide. We're going to get strong into the core and into the shoulders for a couple of breaths. So with your toes tucked under, can you just lift your knees an inch off the floor, just a couple of centimeters. Feel the shoulder blades spreading wide, the belly button pulling in. Now from here, you're going to straighten your legs and take yourself to downward dog. So your tailbone goes back, your shoulders are behind your hands. As you exhale, you're going to bring your shoulders in line with your hands, bend your knees and let them hover off the floor, a little hovering tabletop. Nice. So as you inhale, send yourself back to downward dog. As you exhale, shoot yourself forwards into that hovering tabletop. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more power from the center of the body, power from the shoulders. Keep those shoulder blades spreading nice and wide. That's going to keep them strong and active and protect the wrist. Can you take it just 2 more times? Exhaling, pause. Inhaling, pause. Nice and strong through the body. Really good. When your knees just hover off the floor, let them come down. Let your feet go flat. Take a child's pose. Placing your hands, your arms, wherever feels good for you. Feel that lovely heat that you've generated in your arms, in your wrists. Maybe feel your heart rate has increased a little touch. Feel your breath. Beautiful. And very gently sliding your hands underneath your shoulders. Push down and slowly lift yourself up. Nice. Bring yourself back into tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Downward dog is going to take you into a high lunge this time. So as you lift your right leg up, bring the right foot through between your hands. If you need to, help it. And keeping your left knee off the floor. Make sure that your left foot is out to the left side. It's not directly behind your right foot. Pulling your spine long, push into your right foot, squeeze your glutes, your buttocks, and then lift your arms up towards the sky. So you brought yourself into a high lunge. Your arms are reaching up. The knee is gently driving forwards. Take a nice deep breath in. Lovely. And then as you exhale, slowly tip yourself forwards. And then you're inhaling to pull the energy into your heart. Bring yourself upright. Palms come into your heart. Lifting the arms up. And again, exhale, reach forwards. Pull the energy into your heart as you inhale. Nice. Reaching the arms up. Exhaling, come forwards. Inhaling, pull the arms in and up. 2 more times. So the idea here is that you're pulling wonderful energy, nice positivity in towards your heart. 1 more time. Lovely. reaching the arms up. Slowly take your hands down. You're gently trying to straighten the right leg as you come down. So again, if the blocks help you, grab them, use them. Same as we had in that little half monkey with the knee down. Make sure that the right hip's not swinging to the side, that it's pulling straight back behind you. As you relax your left heel towards the floor, make sure that it's not turning in, that it's pointing straight back behind you. And again, see if you can reach your hands a little bit further forwards. As your hands reach forwards, push your sitting bones back, relax through the neck, breathe. Breathe into it. Really opening up the back of that right leg. A little high pyramid pose, slowly sliding your hands back underneath your shoulders, bending through into your right knee. You're going to step yourself back into downward facing dog. Maybe give the right leg a shake before you place it down. High lunge with the left leg. Inhaling, lifting it up. Exhaling, place the left foot through between your hands. Help it if you need to. Keeping the right knee off the floor, make sure that your feet are hip width apart. Pushing into the left foot, squeezing your left glutes. Reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. So your knee and heel are on the same line. Your back leg's nice and straight. Pull the feet towards each other. And again, nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, reach forwards. Gather that positive energy. Pull it in towards your heart. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling forwards. Inhaling, pulling in and up. Exhaling. Feel that nice positive energy. All the good things of the new year coming in towards you. Take 2 more times here. Keeping your back nice and long and strong. Feeling the power in that front right leg. Feeling the intention of bringing the positive things of the new year into you. As you reach your arms up, gently straightening your left leg, slowly take yourself all the way down. Again, use the blocks if they help you. Hands initially underneath your shoulders. As you check in with the left hip, draw it straight back. Relax the right heel towards the floor. It shouldn't touch. It's giving you a nice little calf stretch there. Relax the neck. Notice if it's tighter or easier on this leg or much the same. And then again, if you can, walk your hands, reach them a little further forwards. So as your hands and your chest reach forwards, your sitting bones reach back. Breathing into it, feeling that wonderful lengthening of the spine, the back of that leg. Opening yourself up to new possibilities, to new adventures, to new emotions, new feelings, new achievements, new intentions. Slowly, gently walk your hands back so they come underneath your shoulders and bending gently into that left knee. Place your hands down, sweep your left leg back, give it a shake. And then as you place your foot down in downward facing dog, just pause for a second and then walk your hands towards the middle of your mat and then your feet towards the middle of your mat. Bending the knees if you need to. Once you get your hands and feet together, soften the knees, round through the spine, and slowly bring yourself all the way up. Once you're up, place your palms on your lower back. Push your hips forward, gently lift your chest up, slowly come back. Opening the front of your body. Wonderful. Chin to chest, bring yourself up nice and neutral. So we're going to take another little pranayama breathing practice. This is a great one for cleansing, for opening yourself up to new beginnings, but releasing also the old. So with your feet a little bit wider than your hips, you're going to have softness through your knees. You're going to keep looking forwards all the time. This is the breath of joy. So you inhale 3 times this time. Exhale just once through the mouth. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Do it once with me slowly. As you inhale the first time, your arms come straight forwards to shoulder height. As you inhale the second time, you swing your arms out to the side. So you're really opening yourself up. Then sweep your arms from the front and up towards the sky. Now looking forwards for your exhalation, you bend the knees, keep a straight back as you sweep your arms down and forward. So see how the back is long, you're in a nice chair pose and your gaze is looking forward. Try not to drop the head because you'll straighten the legs and come straight up again to do the 3 inhalations. So 3 inhalations, 1 exhalation. We're going to do this 10 times. to really release and let go and open up at the same time. So when you're ready, breathing into the front, into the sides, into the sky. Exhale, release down to the mouth. Inhale to the front, inhale to the sides, inhale to the sky. Exhale, release, come down. Inhale to the front, to the sides, to the sky. Release, keep looking forward. Inhale, 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 and let it all go. Inhale, open yourself up, open up to the sky, release it down. You're happy there. Really see how much you can let go. See how much you can open it up. Use a nice strong vocal. Exhalation. 2 more times. Lovely. And if momentum keeps going, so you kind of do one last little one to finish, go for it. Then give yourself a nice little shake off and feel that wonderful energy circulating through the body. Step your feet out wide. So if you need to turn sideways on your mat, as your feet come out wide, make sure that they are parallel. Take your hands onto your hips. Inhale and gently fold yourself forwards. You're sliding your hands down your legs until you reach a point that's enough for you. Make sure that your toes are pushing down just as much as your heels are. So you've not come back with your bum. Your hips and your heels are same line. Gently use your hands on your legs to give yourself a little pull. Whew, after that breath of joy, let yourself be upside down as you feel the energy flowing. Feel the blood flowing. And feel the intention behind that breath of joy. The aim is to open yourself up, but also to release at the same time. So letting go of the old year and opening yourself up to the possibilities of the new year. Now slowly slide your hands up towards your hips. Really push down into your heels, pull your chest forward, squeeze your bum, nice straight back, lift yourself all the way up. Oh, give yourself a little shake. We're going to take one more standing pose. Reach your arms out wide to the side. Again, a little bit more dynamic. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're taking left hand towards right leg. So whether it's down at the ankle or a little bit higher up, depending on your stiffness, you're going to inhale and then bring yourself back up to the middle. You're exhaling, taking right arm towards left leg. Inhaling, coming up. So if you get a little dizzy easily, keep your head fixed, your gaze fixed on one place straight in front of you. Or if it feels good, let your head turn from side to side as well. So you're breathing in to come up, breathing out to twist. Nice, feeling the center of the body, nice and strong through the core, the twist in the spine, feeling the shoulders, feeling the hips. Give it 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Wonderful. After you've come to the left leg, keep yourself upright, reach your arms all the way up towards the sky, lift your heels up off the floor, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, drop your arms on your heels. Whoa. Give yourself a little bit of a kick off, and then bring yourself up to the top of your mat, hands on your hips. Inhale, exhale, hinging forwards from the hips. Slowly bring yourself to Uttanasana. Sliding your hands again down the back of the legs, but now with the feet closer together. Use your hands, so whether it's on your calves or down on your ankles, use your arms to try and pull yourself that little bit closer. Give yourself 2 more breaths here. Wonderful. Bending through both of your knees, plant both of your hands down onto the floor. Step or lightly jump yourself back into a high plank position. From your high plank, pull the belly button really into the spine, make the core strong. As you bend the elbows, don't let them go out to the side, send them back behind you, and in one strong piece, take yourself all the way to the floor. Woo! Bring your arms by your side and just gently turn your head to one side. Give yourself a couple of breaths. You're probably feeling your heart beating as it comes down in contact with the floor. Feeling the energy that we've created through those poses. The intention of releasing and opening yourself up. So we're going to work with Salambhasana, the back bending pose, back strengthening pose. Bring your chin towards the floor. Turn your palms to face in towards your hips. So your thumbs point down, pinky finger points up. You're going to inhale and squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting the arms up. Squeeze the glutes to lift your legs up. So your legs are trying to be straight. The knees are coming off the floor. Shoulder blades draw towards each other and try not to force the back of the neck. Keep the head neutral. Breathe in. And exhale, release yourself down. You take that 5 times. You're inhaling, lifting it up. Squeeze it all. Exhale, let it down. Inhale up. Woo. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let go. Inhale, squeeze and pause. Exhale, release it down. One last one. Inhale. Woo. Exhale. Super. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. You want to eventually come into child's pose. So you can come straight into child's pose. Or if you can, push into your toes, lift the knees. Pull the belly button in, push into your hands, and lift yourself slowly back up into plank. From your plank pose, place your knees down. Send your hips back, come into child's pose. So feel the muscles in your back, that nice heat that you generated in the back body. Feel the connection between your body and your breath. Beautiful. And sliding your hands under your shoulders, push down, lift yourself up, and swing your legs out in front of you. Give them a nice shake. So we're coming to our final pose. If you're a little on the stiffer side, you're going to want to have your blocks, and you're definitely going to want to have your piece of paper nearby. We're going to come into a wide-legged seat. So if you are quite stiff and tight and you've got maybe a blanket or a cushion or something, you might want to sit on that and elevate your sitting bones to make it more comfortable to tip yourself forwards. Have your blocks nearby if you've got them. So as you take your legs out wide, heels are on the floor, knees touch the sky, let the pelvis tilt forwards and gently bring yourself forwards. For the first couple of breaths, just move around in this position. Take yourself gently to one leg, to the other leg. Maybe give yourself a little side lean as you lift one shoulder up, then the other. Just wiggle around into it a little bit so that you can send those signals of releasing to your muscles, to your joints, tendons, your ligaments. And once you've evened out those movements, return yourself through to the center. So if the floor feels quite far away, use the blocks maybe for your elbows, for your forearms, or for your hands, however feels good for you. Close your eyes and take a couple of nice conscious deep breaths in. And release, let it go. So we've done a lot of work through this practice of releasing, helping us to let go of last year and opening ourselves up to be ready for the new year. So now my question to you is, what is your intention for this year? Now, an intention is different to a New Year's resolution. Resolution tends to be a little bit more hard, fast. It's kind of like a to-do list, things that you want to achieve. An intention is more of an idea or a plan that you intend to carry out. So it can be more of an emotional one. I want to feel calmer. So that's not specifically saying I want to meditate, I will meditate every day. It's saying the intention is to feel calmer. So just as you stay in this pose for a couple more breaths, think about what your intentions might be for yourself for this year. The intention is a mental state to help direct you towards an action. So maybe you know that you have a resolution that you want to achieve. So one intention could help you achieve that resolution. I'm hoping that something's come to mind. And you have your piece of paper in front of you. So if you can stay in this position, this nice stretch, grab your pen, grab your piece of paper, and just write down, I intend, and whatever it is. Whatever it is that's come to mind, you can always come back to this paper. This bit of paper stays open. You can add to it anytime you like. So just slowly lift yourself up. Bring the bit of paper with you. Take your hands towards your legs and gently bring your legs in. Take your feet wider than your knees and just let your knees knock together. Maybe give yourself A little bit of a twist from side to side, dropping your knees one side then the other, maybe exaggerate it by lifting up the opposite hip and sitting bone. Ooh. And then when you're ready, cross your legs over, bring yourself back to the same place that we started. So whatever your intention is, place that open piece of paper, so you don't need to fold it this time, in between your palms, bring it into your heart center, close your eyes. Remember what it is that you've written on that piece of paper. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, say to yourself, this is my intention for this new year. Slowly release the piece of paper down towards the floor. Bring your hands back to your heart center and gently bow your head. Remind yourself, how did you feel at the beginning? And notice how you feel now in comparison, physically, energetically, mentally. As you notice those feelings, also feel the intention that we had in this practice of releasing and opening ourselves up to new intention. I'm hoping you also feel those effects. So whatever it is that you are feeling, give yourself thanks and appreciation. Gently lifting up your head, allowing your eyes to slowly blink open, reach your arms up towards the sky and say, I'm ready. I'm ready for this new year. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've got a little bit more time and you do want to relax, I'm going to recommend, particularly if you've got your blocks nearby, that you either maybe just relax in a little butterfly, supporting your legs, take your arms out wide, or maybe even pop a block under your lower back and just relax, whether it's with the legs straight or the knees bent, and a little supported shoulder bridge. Either way, these poses are designed to help open you up. So if you've got another minute or so and you want to take a little relaxation, do so, or take a shavasana, whatever it is that feels good for you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.